spring. Melted urea.
Yep.
That was the other one. So we ran melted urea, potassium acetate, fulvic, reproductive kelp, and sugar right at the first sign of tassel. And I have a neighbor, I called him, I custom harvest his corn for him. Anyway, and he plants it, lines up the spraying, the fertilizer. I just roll in and cut it for him. And this corn was like, this guy's a good friend of mine, so I can just straight this corn looked rough, really rough. He'd front loaded his in, dry spread, VT'd it, planted the corn. Stand was great, got a great stand of corn, and it looked great until we got 22 inches of rain.
Oh my God!
And
that's my annual rainfall, by the way, average.
Yeah, we got it in 2 weeks.
Haven't even gotten that last.
Heathman texted me, and we've gotten 6 inches in the last 48 hours here.
Jeez,
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. And anyway, so man, this corn was, I'm not kidding, it was yellow, straight yellow.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, I asked him, I was like, this corn's too big to top dress with any of the rigs that we have access to locally. I'm like, man, we've got to do something for this corn. He's like, I agree. I was like, this thing's going to run out of gas.
Yep.
It's already running out of gas. And so we hit it heavy with melted urea, that whole blend, upped the melted urea. And 24 hours later, I drove by and I'm like, oh my gosh, like night and day. And then I drove by 48 hours later from application, and it looked like all the other corn around that was more managed, I would say. Dude, that was absolutely inspiring. It's cool when you do something that you know works.
Yes. But
you see the extremes that can help something too. Because oftentimes when most guys that are running foliars, a lot of times are already more management-minded people. And so you're already running a foliar on probably a pretty well-managed crop. You're not the instances that you're running a foliar as a rescue program are less than, hey, this is a good crop. We tend to feed a good crop.
Yep.
And the tougher crops in lower markets, we go, we're watching things more. But this was I don't know if this is going to make it. Now, did the corn finish as strong as everything else? No. But it finished.
Yep.
And that was absolutely inspiring. It's like to see something that you knew worked, you believed in, something you use on your farm, go somewhere else and really pull someone out of a bad spot, the crop out of a bad spot.
Well, I know. In 2024, we had an 80-acre wheat patch that was looking good. All of a sudden, lime green. We're like, whoa, what happened there? And none of our other fields did that. And we put on some melted urea on it. And the next day, actually a few interesting things happened, but on the next day, it was back to normal. I mean, it literally reversed it instantly, which I don't expect that to happen all the time. I really don't know why it did it there.
Sure.
But
there's some instances with foliars we can't explain it.
Yeah, we were like, whoa, what a dramatic change. And it also sped it up insanely fast. Like, it just, once we put that on, it was just going. It headed through dry, and it was just going compared to the neighbors. I think we harvested like 10 days, 2 weeks sooner than all the neighbors, which that was a little bit concerning. But we were like, hey, on this ground, this 50 bushel wheat crop is pretty good, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
And then the landlord came back and they said, hey, that field beat my other tenant's field by like 7 bushel. We're like, really? Because they look like they had really good wheat. And I was just kind of shocked by that. So I don't know. I like landlords like that to really, they let you know. I mean, they'll be blunt with you if you suck,
sure,
or if you did good. So
right,
that really helped. It's like having a third party that has no idea what you're doing. They're just looking at the final results.
Exactly.
That's a really good confidence booster.
It is, man. We haven't even talked landlords. and
which
landlord
we don't have very
relationships.
many, so I'm not. I can't
Sure.
really speak on that
Sure.
a whole lot.
I've got a couple. I've got a couple that are very, very numbers minded.
Those are the best. My dad has said those are the absolute best.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they rub farmers wrong because farmers feel like they're questioning a management decision when they really just want to know why you're doing, like, why are we running this Foliar pass?
Yep.
This is I think our all in with the plane, the acetate, the urea, the fulvic, the sugar, I think we're $30 an acre with the plane.
Yep.
Which is you do a couple hundred acres, you're looking at a decent check to write. If you're on a share crop, your landowner's like, whoa, that's a bill.
Yeah, and that's what we are. We're all share cropped.
Yeah. Yep. And so explain to them, this is what we're doing. This is what we're promoting. This is, hey, I pulled our upfront back or our strip till back. We're seeing better response here. Those are the ones, man, that they're asking good questions. And now, sure, dude, there are some really crummy landowners out there. There's some really crummy farmers out there that really, it's be a little slower to think to get defensive and look at this from a business management perspective, because a lot of times landowners, if they're absentee, they haven't even seen the crop.
Yep.
They don't know what you're looking at. They're just getting bills. And did you do a good job of communicating to them, hey, this is where we're at. This is the stage. The crop is looking like this. This is the stage set up. Without telling them that, they have no context.
Yep.
They just see bills rolling in.
Oh, yeah.
And if it isn't in line with something you did last year, they're like, what's going on? What are we doing here? Anyway, I don't know. So that's my little side tangent, I guess, on keeping lines of communication open with your landowners.
Yep.
Some of them require it. I've got some landowners that, man, I can go do any application. They don't question it.
Yep.
And I have some other landowners that, like, I need to have my reason ready for why we're doing this. Yep. And I have my relationships with those, I would say, are stronger than, I don't know. I have strong relationships in both.
Right.
But that's just I'm focusing on the relationship side of things. Like down ag market, I have one landowner. He goes, I gave him his crop inputs bill this year, and he's like, well, we'll see if we made any money this year. This is a landowner I actually struggle with.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't market your grain.
Yeah.
Like my job is to raise you a low cost, high ending yield, and managing and taking care of your land.
Yep.
That is my job description. How you market your grain is up to you.
Yep.
And I told him that, and it was a little ballsy. Like, okay, he might get pretty upset here. And he did. He got a little flustered, but then he's like, I guess you're right.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, dude, I want you to be as profitable as you possibly can on these acres. 100%. Yep. I want to be as profitable as
exactly.
I can. I'm like,
yep.
And I said, here's the thing, man. He and I are on a 60-40 crop share. And I go, you remember, any application I'm doing, I'm covering the majority of.
Yep.
Or the larger portion. You're covering the smaller portion. I said, do you think I'm going to do an application that I think I'm going to lose money on my 60%? He's like, well, no. Okay, man. Like, I'm not doing this just spending your dollars.
Yep.
Like, we're in this together here. If I didn't think this was worth it, I wouldn't take the bigger chunk of this.
Yep.
But anyway, all right. Kloss combines. Melted urea. Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content.